Welcome, beautiful people. Feeling your spirit across the land, really appreciating your presence here tonight, but also here on the planet. More and more, it does feel like more access to our presence. And that more than anything, even more than our actions of goodwill, our presence on the planet as beings who wish to corroborate and collaborate together. So we corroborate in that there definitely is kind of a day by day, week by week shifts that are going on. And my guess is that you're feeling it, or that you're registering it, or that things are happening, or you have a conversation with someone and they're like, right. And the veils, I believe, got a little thinner over the weekend. And so, yeah, I'm just inviting you to tune into that. So as you tune in, there's this sensation that, let me see if I can get it. That you know why you're here. There's a sensation that you can tune into where you realize, self-realize why you're here at this moment. So over the weekend, I was able to do a journey, and wow, I'm going to talk a little bit about that because it's very much related to what we're celebrating tonight. Now, we did the journey to the Wesak Valley, the full moon in May. Most part of the world, it's Vesak, and it's just a huge celebration. And in the spirit of how that part of the world celebrates, they make these beautiful lanterns, and they light a candle. And the lanterns are made out of wire and paper. And then they light a candle, and it fills up the heat fills up it's kind of like a hot air balloon, and off they take. And when I was in Thailand many years ago, 10,000 of them went into the sky pretty much all at once to celebrate um, Diwali, which is the festival of the light, celebrating Buddha. But here's what's so beautiful about tonight. It's not people sitting in a temple going like this. They're on the streets. They're celebrating all day long. And they're celebrating the birth of the Buddha on this planet. And they don't say, well, Buddha is the only God there is. They just say, well, Buddha offered us some beautiful tenets to live by, and held that energy, and could have remained Siddhartha, the wealthy prince, but let all that go to be Buddhified. So this is the essence of why we have celebrated the Crystallis Code, because that code didn't come from Earth. Nope. I will speak more about this later, but it's an offering from the higher dimensional planes of frequencies. And we just think about it. Think about it, that Jeshua was Christed. And the whole experience in the Hindu religion of Krishna, that's the Christos energy. And so many people have celebrated Gaia through the Celtic Celtic traditions. So tonight, this is an avatar frequency. And here's the mudra. Right hand goes up, left hand cups under the heart, and we pulse. And what are we pulsing? Freedom. And we talk about America, land of the free. Is it really? Because we're very tied into ego here. So much. Freedom is freedom from the pull of desire or the ego's enactment of lessons that bring knowledge. So we manifest lessons on the planet. Sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. It's just how it is. Sometimes we don't get the lesson, so repeat it. And you get 1, 2, 3, and then after the third time, you're going to get a big kick in the booty. Gosh, what's going on here? Boom. We've got this spiral of evolution that we're really partaking in right now. Things are moving faster and faster. Sometimes we have to kind of hold on to our, well, to our armrests anyway. But things are really accelerating, and I'm going to say, I don't really like to do predictions, but I'm going to say we've got a little over maybe 3.5 years. We've got a number of things that we have got to align ourselves with to awaken, and we're doing it. We're doing it, and we can do it. And I want you to know that in your soul and your heart, we're on a path, and the path is straightforward, and it's your path. It's not my path. It's your path. And the tools are there. That's all I can do is give you tools. And you have to have the will, and you have to call in grace, and you have to have the intent, the I am intent to align with your path of purpose here. Because we all are a little different, aren't we? So had experience over this weekend where I did a very deep journey, and actually was able to go beyond this earth plane to a manifested reality called Arcturus. And it had a number of presentations, if you want to call it, that offered me profound lessons always, but the ultimate lesson, and that is that none of us are here to do it alone. The urge to do it surfaces sometimes, but we're not here to do it alone. It's really about collaboration. And so our little pods here, and we're aligning in and as that pod, and we do the work, and then it goes onto the quantum. Tonight, there will be beautiful offerings in temples and offerings to the Buddha, and there will be kind of what I love about some of those countries, Thailand and the Himalayas, and in parts of India, and even Bali, different parts of the world. There's not a better than thou. There is a collective of honoring. And we're joining in with that tonight. So in addition to this kind of experience of learning these kind of 5 lessons that were very, very critical, well, I went to another system, and these are systems that are very hard to imagine. And one thing I want to tell you is in that Arcturian manifestation of lesson, they achieved 6D, 5/6D. And let me tell you what I experienced there. A crystalline world that we're aspiring to. And that world was so full of love. So full of love. It was so resonating with love that it was love. It sparkled with that love. And I'm going to tell you, all the beings there celebrated that. And this is what is possible here. This is what is possible for us, is to take this. We're not going to go, it's not going to be an Armageddon. It's not going to be like, oh, we're all going to ascend to heaven. I'm not really sure how it's going to manifest, but we are going to participate. This is our intention, participating in the planet shifting to this crystalline frequency that we have been engaging in. And if you remember the Vesak, I believe it was 3 years ago, it was April 26th. That's what I call this group now, the 4.26 of the IC. We participated in moving out to the outermost aspects of the totality body and holding space there. And there was an energetic detaining grid, looked like iron gates all the way around the possible reality here, to include what we experience, to include the dream body, the purpose body, the shadow body, all of that, the aliens and the inorganics, all included. And we went to the farthest reaches of those manifestations of consciousness, and we held space with the avatar frequencies until that dissipated. I think many of you remember, you were with us. And since then, we've tuned in and had these moments where we were able to bridge. And by all of you now taking your I am into the world, and I don't care if you just say, I am the soul, I am light, I am love, I am, but take your I am into the world. You're not going to remember every single moment. Well, maybe you are. I know that someone asked me a serious question, but what I want to say is, I believe it's going to get easier and easier to remember to do this. Because every time you do it and expand the I am field around you and bring whatever that I am is to your environment, it thins the wall of Maya. It thins illusion. It thins density dream. It thins it. So more of this upgrade earth can shine through. And even as these pictures change, see for a moment you have both. And so we're in that both. And sometimes what happens, we're holding both as a bridge, and things are happening in the world, and maybe that veil of illusion gets a little thicker, and we're holding both. And you know what it does? It makes us tired, because we're living in two places at once. And I'm going to tell you, one of my dogs is hanging with us tonight. You look in her eyes, she's half there and half here. You know what she told me? She said, Mama, don't be afraid. It's much better over there. Meaning, because she's half and half. You look in her eyes, you can see the half and half. Unless, I'm going to tell you what pulls her into this half is if you say the word chicken or treat. See, her ears just went up and tried to whisper it. But she looked at me because she had just woken up from sleeping, and she just was like, She knows through the experience of her dreaming. Uh, she knows about it, and she's like, "Yeah, do your work here, but it's happening." So these are kind of radical promises in a way, and I don't want it to sound like that. Um, I want it to be a possibility, invitation to this possibility. We have nothing to lose with our involvement of this experiment, because what I'm seeing manifestations of it through people, the people that I engage with, in my office, kind of one a day, maybe two a day. I see that sparkle of light, and maybe I say, something comes to me to share with them, and I can see the light go on in their eyes. But more than anything, right now, just tune in. Nod your head. Yes. It's right there. It's right there. And what we've included in this journey is the feminine. We've had a lot of beautiful male avatars, and we honor them, especially in our Crystallis code work. And the work that we're starting to do in our Monday work, and if obviously people work and they go to density work, but in our meditation work, we've really delved into the gorgeousness of the feminine, the divine feminine, and the I ams there. The message I'm getting is we can't break things down. We just need to come and bring this I am beauty up through the structures. And the structures we have been given, are the laws of order and the laws of building and the laws of this is how you make something happen, and it's missing some of the points of evolution. It's become a constriction. And so we're going to be investigating our I ams leading up. Well, shall I say the sacred laws leading up to manifesting the I am divine masculine. But meanwhile, you walk in the world as one of those I am feminines. And this goes for men. Absolutely goes for men. As we women have carried a lot of masculine energy in our world because we've decided that, we didn't want to be constricted to our roles. Nobody needs to be in a role either, as well, you're the one who's got to make the money, or I'm the one who's got to make the money and you have to stay home. We need self-expression and self-realization. So we're seeing it, right? We're experiencing it in this celebration of the awakening of the feminine within women and within men, for those that will allow it. So tonight, we're going to just do a beautiful meditation. We're going to tune into all those beautiful people all over the world who are celebrating Buddha. And, there's a different name for Buddha in Hindu, Mat Matahama. It's something like that. So my guess is that there's some celebrations there, but we also, in that celebrating, we're going to bring forth a bit of the divine feminine. Okay, so I invite you to close your eyes and you once again choose your I am for our session here. And I'll just name a few just off the top of my head. So I am attraction, I am manifestation, I am grace, I am harmony, I am essence, I am vibration, I am abundance, I am love, I am peace. I am presence, and I am expression. So feel into your I am. And for the good of all, I'm going to choose I am now. So we're going to take a few moments and we're going to link together. I'm going to link with those who could not be with us this evening. And already the field's lighting up with your I am. So already just for us doing this, a blessing is coming through from Divine Mother, the absolute divine essence of the feminine. And this blessing is available to you whenever you partake in this meditation. And we're being asked as the purveyor of our selected divine feminine to join together in a field and produce a waveform. And move that out onto the quantum. I am. Allow yourself to feel into that waveform and to receive that blessing of the feminine for the planet. And I'm advising you via her to partake of this blessing yourself. Partake. I see this absolutely beautiful, luminescent blue that's emanating. And she's advising us, this feminine presence, that as we move it as a waveform through humanity, through density configuration, that in effect, we're up-leveling the manifestation current of this reality. We're up-leveling it incrementally. And allow yourself to be up-leveled, if you would be so kind. Ride the wave. Enhance the wave. And be the wave. Be the wave. She's asking us to do an experiment. She's saying, would you be so kind as to visualize the possibility of your day tomorrow? Be it at home or at work or out in the world. Now visualize yourself moving through that day as a waveform. Of this divine feminine vibration, this blessing, this up-leveling. You meet that person and you up-level. And then you find yourself in an activity that involves just you, and you up-level. And you call someone and you up-level. And perhaps you're now moving this waveform through your residence and up-leveling the walls and the furniture. Maybe you have pets or partners. And then if you're going out in your car tomorrow, the waveform moves into that car and moves you through time space with this sublime blessing frequency. So you're in your car now. And you are moving the waveform and you're being moved by the waveform. And even as you hold steady, that waveform is manifesting you. You are a product of that waveform. Even as you stand still in the silence of a moment, you are that waveform. There, there. Mm. And the word that she's offering us now is confidence. Be confident as a purveyor of this initiation. And she's offering a gift to us. And that gift is to dispel doubt. So decide if you're ready for that gift. With a simple nod of the head, yes, I'm ready. Mm. There. Now, she says, doubt will still pop through. Oh, that magical thing happened. Oh, no, that was just a coincidence. It's how the human mind has been trained away from the miraculous. And your task will be just to keep on nodding. If not, she's promising a double, a backup manifestation, a dream, a line in a book, a friend's relating of her magic. You have permission to dispel doubt. And while the path might not always appear easier, the lessons will resolve more quickly. The challenges, I should say, to become the lessons. And the acceleration will bring you closer to the aha of realization. Like, oh, right. And aha realization is, it's not here. It's an embodiment. It's a realization into what we perceive as reality. Mm. So she's just suggesting, hey, just even if it's for a week, live the waveform of her blessing. And it can be completely within you and your house. But if you're able, waveform right into work, waveform right on the bus, waveform right into the grocery store before you go. Do it before you go. Send it as a predecessor to your presence. And then she suggests that we weave a beautiful fabric and choose 2 or 3 or 4 of those IMs. Weave them together. And give yourself permission to be all of those. And say those words to yourself. I give myself permission to be. I am. Beautiful. And then finally, we bring our hands into prayerful namaste and just say, I am love. I am love. Celebrate it. Celebrate it. I am love. Yes, I am power. Someone reminded me that's a really good one to take out there. Yes, indeed, I am feminine power. Beautiful. Hmm. Well, it's a nice invitation to a beautiful experiment. So we have initiated this waveform, right? Take notes. And you have permission to dispel doubt. You have permission to live it. You don't have to wait. So beautiful, divine beings. So now we have gathered one more time in faith and love, grace and beauty to celebrate with many beautiful beings on this planet, to celebrate the sanctity of freedom. We thank the Divine Mother for coming in, showing us a really lovely way to weave this into our softening density reality. Softening density reality. So it is, and so it shall be. Namaste.